Like the incredibly normal, well-adjusted member of society that he is, the morgue worker proceeds to immediately take a picture of this body's face like a completely sane person. The hospital worker, Pau, is then met by two of his friends, Javi and Iván, who proceed to do drugs and drink alcohol like normal hospital visitors, while asking Pau to show them pictures of Anna. And apparently not valuing his job very much, Pau proceeds to sneak both of his friends, as well as their drugs and alcohol, into the basement area of the hospital to visit the morgue. But this time he shows them Anna for real, before Iván takes it upon himself to pull the sheets down to reveal her body, as he then begins groping her. He climbs on top of her and begins, and after a while, Anna suddenly wakes up and opens her eyes, but seems to be completely paralysed as the unaware Pau continues to use her, without being able to move or cry for help, only able to stare ahead with an absolutely terrified expression. Pau suddenly looks down and screams as he sees her awake, because there's absolutely nothing more terrifying in this world than a woman. Rambling for any ideas, Iván suggests that because everybody else already thinks she's dead, then they should just kill her, because apparently that's just as easy for him as violating a dead body. But suddenly, Javi's phone begins to ring, and as a confused Iván answers it, he comes to the realization that the person on the end didn't answer the phone before, and that's why they're ringing back now. So, with no one apart from them actually being aware that Anna Fritz is indeed alive, and thinking that they've just been granted the second chance of a lifetime, they wheel her right back to the cold clinical setting of the morgue. Furious that he almost gave himself up due to her lies, Iván wraps his hands around her throat and slaps her, while threatening to brutally violate her again if she dares try anything like that again. So while he's distracted, and taking advantage of the fact that Pau clearly was never a scout as a child, she manages to untie the restraints and drop to the floor. She manages to get all the way to the elevator that will take her up to freedom, and just as the doors are closing, Iván suddenly appears, before grabbing onto her and violently dragging her down the hallway, smashing her head into a doorframe. But while he's distracted, being far too angry at the concept of facing any kind of repercussions for his actions, Anna stabs him in the back with a pair of scissors before thrusting them into his neck, because who needs that much blood anyway? And with one already being down, Anna decides to go for the double kill, with Pau somehow not realizing that he could be in any danger right now, as he walks right up to her with his stomach exposed, giving her the perfect opportunity to plunge them right into his insides. Repeatedly. And with the three men behind this being very much dead, and the victim being very much emotionally traumatized for the rest of her life, the movie finally receives its happy ending,